knowledge, al-ilm al-nafi', beneficial knowledge, is that which reflects on who you are.
MashaAllah, one brother, he took Shahada, I believe he became Muslim. Alhamdulillah, the brother was giving da'wah, talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he, alhamdulillah, giving da'wah is an obligation, but also is an obligation to seek knowledge. So it's very important that the brothers that do watch these videos, it is not a source of knowledge for you to enrich yourself. Alhamdulillah, you can answer the shubahat that people bring towards you at work or in general, but it is not your primary source of knowledge. Your primary source is to go back to the Quran and Sunnah and the Salaf and try to seek knowledge systematically. Aqidah, fiqh, these things, tafsir. And I'll encourage the people that are watching these live streams and these videos online, and a lot of people, they become addicted to these videos and they watch them continuously and consistently. But when there's duroos about Quran or Hadith or Aqeedah, who is Allah, His name and attributes, they would skip these videos. Why? Because it is not. They are searching for entertainment. So it's mere entertainment that they're searching for. People shouting at one another. So it's very important that you seek knowledge. And this is a reminder for myself, first and foremost, it is to seek knowledge. And this will allow you to understand who is Allah, His name, His attributes, what is the Quran, Asbab al-Nuzul, tafsir and these things. And you can cure people from their ignorance. First you cure ignorance from yourself, and then you cure ignorance from the people around you. That could be your wife, it could be your mother, it could be your brother, it could be your sister, right? It could be your community, and you can help these individuals when they ask you a question about how to pray salah, or if I'm traveling, do I combine my salah, what do I do? So you can ask these questions, you can help people, and you get the reward as the one that's doing that action. Barakallahu feekum. So it's very important to seek knowledge. And then alhamdulillah, when you feel that you have a foundation, first thing is aqidah. I'll say to you that Sheikh Fawzan Hafidhullah Ta'ala, he said to you, if you're calling people towards at-tawheed, you have to know aqidah, the basics of aqidah, that Allah is above His arsh. I will say to people that if people think that Allah is kulli makan, that they shouldn't be giving da'wah. You should say that Allah is ulu, He is above the seven heavens. And this is the main thing that we will say. The people that say otherwise, and they are in dalala, they are deviant, and they are misguided. Barakallahu feekum. So to learn your aqidah, because you're calling towards Allah Azza wa Jal. If you don't know who is Allah, then you don't know who you're calling towards. So it's very important that you understand who is Allah and His name, His attribute. You don't say that. You don't liken Allah to His creation something. You don't say Allah is like His creation. You don't do taqif. You don't say that Allah's hand is like the hand of a bird. A'udhu billah. We don't say this. We don't do taqif. Yes. We don't distort the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't say the hand of Allah is power. La, we don't do this, right? And we free Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from any naqs, any deficiency. Allah has perfect hearing, and He has perfect hearing, perfect sight, perfect knowledge. And we affirm for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what Allah affirmed from Himself, ithbat, and we negate from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what Allah has negated from Himself, nothing. So you go back to Aqidah Wasatiyah, as I've heard many times before. Aqidah Wasatiyah, Qawaid al-Muthla. These are the books of Aqidah that you should be studying. That's first and foremost. Is that first you have to get yourself knowledge. You can know about the Bible and this that, and the other, but just as a means for you to make people understand that they are upon misguidance. Yeah, yeah. For example, there are contradictions in the Bible. Like in one gospel it says that Jesus crucified at 9 o'clock, in another gospel it says noon. So these contradictions cannot be reconciled. The Bible has been chopped and changed, right? There's no mechanism for us to understand the transmission. So it's a way to understand that the Bible has contradictions and the Bible is not a reliable source. And then you bring to the Quran, about Tawheed, the oneness of Allah Azza wa Jalla. It makes sense. Allah is not within the creation. Allah is not a man or a woman. He's not limited by his creation. He is external from the creation. So subhanallah is that we purify Allah from any imperfections. Yes. So you talked about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, about being perfect and being one and having no parents and having no children. And the Trinity, whatever, or Hinduism, the theme, it doesn't make any sense in reality. Worshipping a man or a woman or a tree, this makes no sense. To worship the creation. So you talk about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you talk about the Quran, its preservation, how the Quran has been preserved, how the Quran is in its original language, how the Quran as a living book is memorized and taught to people. So it's the people memorizing it, reading it, learning it. It's a living book that in the Arabic language is a living language. So you talk about the Quran and Sunnah, the Prophet ﷺ, the prophecies that he made, and the evidences. You talk about the Quran, it's telling you it has no contradictions. There's no book on earth that is making a claim that this revelation has no contradiction and that this revelation is from Allah. Try to imitate it. Try to bring a chapter like this. There's no other book that you can find. Bring me any book that kind of makes those claims. Yes. So now the Quran is reliable, and then we have evidences for the Quran. We don't have blind faith. We don't just follow the Quran because my mom told me, my auntie told me. So barakallahu feekum, inshallah, learn about Islam. First and foremost is to learn about your deen. Learn about your religion. Because a lot of people, they give dawah, but they don't learn about their own religion. And this is a matter for myself that I'm trying to learn about. You can use reason to a certain point, but not, philosophy, hardcore philosophy that doesn't make any sense to the layman. Use reason to a certain point, but you don't use philosophy. Philosophy has many facets. Some of it is just abstractness, and it just goes into absurdities. You think about Allah in a way that you shouldn't be thinking about Allah in that way. And this way, and that's why the people of the past, they negated the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They say that the hand of Allah is power, and they've negated the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Is because they're using the intellect, the aql upon the naql. They're using the intellect upon the revelation. So it goes upon the apparent meaning. Allah says he has a yaday. In Surah Sa'd, Allah said He created Adam alayhi salam with 2 hands. So Allah has 2 hands. The case, how? Allahu alam. Allah knows what is best. Allah speaking about Himself. Allah knows what is best for Himself. So we affirm that Allah has 2 hands, because the Sahaba didn't ask these questions. Because the revelation descended upon the Sahaba ajma'in. Did the Sahaba ask, how is the hand of Allah? No. Why? It's because they understood. Because they understood. So we say that if anyone asks us that how is the hand of Allah, then this is bid'ah. This question is an innovation. We don't ask this question. Why? Because the Sahaba didn't ask them. The Salaf did not ask this question about how is the hand of Allah. How did Allah do? How did Allah do istawa? upon us. We said the kayfiyah we do not do. We affirm what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala affirmed for himself 7 times in the Quran. He done istawa. So if you come into da'wah and you don't have concrete aqidah about Allah Azza wa Jal, I'll say to you to think twice and to take a step back. Because many people, they fall into this trap, is that if they have a passion to give da'wah, however, that does not translate into ilm. And this is a matter for every single person that gives da'wah. Passion is good. Many people give da'wah for many years. They give da'wah for years upon years. However, they don't seek knowledge. They keep. It's good, alhamdulillah, they give da'wah. MashaAllah, I'm not saying don't give da'wah. It's to enrich your da'wah with knowledge and ilm. Because the people that will come to a shubahat, they will come to you with many questions. So, barakallahu feekum. Inshallah, I thank you for your time. Barakallahu feekum. Hayakumullah.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to keep you updated with the latest videos.